Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's the best show ever here. Tyrone Johnson, Ricky Batalico, Sylvana Kelleher. It's time for the weekly edition of Educating the Elders, in which Sylvana quizzes Ricky and I on things that the youths know about to try to find out if we know about it. Last week, we flipped the script. Make sure you go back and watch that video because Sylvana didn't like it so much. So she'll be all like, how don't you know this? Yet we asked her about things such as a floppy disk or how you would have to program a VCR and or two
I would have been able to
or two cast members from Seinfeld, two characters from Seinfeld.
I did get correct.
You did not.
I did.
No, you didn't.
There was a Mary and there was Jerry.
What's Mary's last name?
She doesn't have one. You never find out her last name.
No. Yes, you did. You didn't know it. You just guessed.
I guessed right.
You didn't guess right.
I did. There was a Mary on the show.
I'm not going through that. This is what we deal with. That is perhaps the fact that she's tripling down on wrong right there is the problem. See, I don't like to get off my lawn. I more like say, get out my building. You know what? That is for you to try to act like you knew when you didn't know Elaine or Kramer or George or Newman or Mr. Costanza or Eddie. You didn't know anybody. For you to act like you knew, knowing you didn't know, don't you have any shame at all?
No.
You have a shameful bone in your damn body.
No.
Keith Hernandez, she doesn't know who Keith Hernandez is.
Sounds familiar.
She don't know no damn Keith Hernandez. She don't know. He used to play first base for the Mets.
There you go. It says sound familiar.
You don't know. He played before you were born.
It sounded familiar. I definitely heard it.
He does the commentary for the Mets up there now.
Okay, that makes sense.
And he's a fraud. Well, let's get started. I'll try to have a little bit more shame and more honor than this one.
Pepe.
It's Pete's place.
No.
Pepe, isn't Pepe a character on one of those shows? And like they have toys or a cartoon?
Dora?
He's a meme.
What do you mean a meme?
He's a meme. He's Pepe the Frog. He's a meme. He's like that crying frog that you've probably seen before, but that's his name. You definitely see Pepe the Frog. He's like, definitely not. I'll show you a picture of Pepe the Frog.
Yeah, what is that?
That's Pepe the Frog.
Yeah, but what do you mean?
It's a meme.
But where did it come from?
I don't know.
Where did it come from?
I just kind of...
He looks like Wally the Green Monster.
When I see a meme, I don't necessarily ask where it came from.
I always
just kind of
ask
follow
where it
along.
came from.
That's the difference.
Like I found out the guy that pointed at his head when they go like, break up with her before Christmas, you never have to buy a gift.
That's
and it
right.
goes like that.
Day before, boom, done.
Why don't do that? Don't listen to Ricky.
My dad used to do that like 2 days before Christmas. We just go out.
He told you about it? No.
No, we all went together.
No.
We were talking about breaking up with a girlfriend the day before Christmas.
Oh, I don't know why we were talking about.
I
heard Christmas and I heard getting gifts, and I was like, oh, we used to go get gifts 2 days before.
That's about where you are now.
That's where you are now. See. No. Anyway,
I caught the tail end of the conversation thinking I knew.
2 weeks before. 2 weeks before.
Tell me she's going to make a hell of a wife.
There you go. Tommy boy.
Harambe.
Harambe was that gorilla that they had to kill.
Harambe, yes, it is. It's also a ride at Busch Gardens.
Harambe is the gorilla. A kid, I think, fell into the enclosure and they killed him, and then it swept the nation and then became a joke. And then also,
I thought it was in the Midwest.
Was it?
The place doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't really matter.
But it became so serious that Harambe actually had votes in the presidential election.
Yeah, now here's the thing.
Which is idiotic.
Now this is what no way.
Sounds right.
No way.
No, Harambe's he's a gorilla.
What that got to do with Harambe?
Because I thought it was called Harambe. I thought they had a ride.
It was before the gorilla.
Yeah.
Clearly, she was speaking of the gorilla.
I know.
There's no Harambe.
Damn Harambe ride.
There's no Harambe ride.
Harambe ride. No. But I will say
Kilimanjaro?
There's a Kilimanjaro. Harambe, this is why I would have fired everybody at that zoo. All right, on the one hand.
He's gentle.
No. Listen. If you had a kid and the kid's down there with the gorilla, you're going to ask for them to shoot the gorilla and save your kid. The problem is the point of the zoo is to keep the animals safe. Not only keep the people safe, they're supposed to keep both safe.
Yeah, can't they have tranquilized him?
They say the problem is those aren't instant. So he might have killed the kid before he went out.
So the movies lied. So the movies lied.
Not Harambe.
What was the ride?
Kumba.
I know that's not close.
Oh my God.
That's not close.
They both have a B in it. And,
That's not close.
Right,
the name Bob.
Right, Bob. Right, so Bob and Harambe similar too.
no, I said and an M in it, and Bob doesn't have.
So Bob Mitchell is the same as Harambe.
Roomba.
Yeah, Roomba.
Yes, I would probably
Zumba.
say Zumba.
Okay, we'll switch.
Well, you keep going.
Alex from Target.
I don't know nothing about this.
Oh, is that the one? Alex from Target. Is it the store like manager that's on all the commercials that has the clicker thing? The sticker tape thing.
This is what happened. Someone saw a man working at Target as a cashier, took a picture of him, and his name tag said Alex, and he literally went viral for just being handsome and working at Target. So it was Alex from Target. He went on Ellen, like he became basically famous basically famous for being handsome and working at Target, and it just somehow went.
Was he handsome?
I mean, yeah, at the time I was like 15.
All
he had like the Justin Bieber hair, like he was very he was like very.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
He wasn't ugly.
All right. No, I didn't know. I missed that completely.
Okay, what about Talking Tom?
I don't know Talking Tom.
Not Peeping Tom, Talking Tom.
I don't know nothing about Peeping Tom neither. Although I met a guy who got in trouble once for being a Peeping Tom.
So you do know.
I can't believe he's talking about you, Dylan.
I didn't say it was Dylan. That's messed up. Dylan catching a straight up for no reason. What is it? Talking Tom?
Talking Tom is an app that it's an app that became very big. Like it was on iPads and phones when it first came out, and it was a cat that would talk. Like it was an interactive cat, and then there was rumors that there was a person in the app watching you. So it was like a whole scandal. They were like, "Oh, Talking Tom, like if you look closely in the eye, you could see an old man like watching you through the camera." Like,
but let's say even 30 people downloaded the app and were using it.
There was a lot, but yes.
But let's say it was just 30. How would this creepy man watch all 30 at once? Did they ever think it through?
Yeah, no. And also, like when you're playing a game on your phone, like what do they think? The kids are just like.
No, but I'm saying if you're looking at the game, even if he was like, I'm saying, and then if it was popular enough, because there better have been more than 30 downloads if we're talking about it.
Oh yeah, there was.
How would he watch 1 million people at once?
Exactly.
But then again, you got to be careful with these.
But yeah, it was just like people just started doing like mass hysteria. Like this was the cat.
Well, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's Talking Tom.
Talking Tom.
Yeah, and he's a cartoon. You could like feed him. Like it was like just whatever. Okay, so who is Shane Dawson?
Shane Dawson. Wait, I knew that one at one point. Was Shane Dawson on one of them?
He's in One Direction.
Shane Dawson's not in One Direction. That I know.
Shane Dawson is not in One Direction. He's not in the music scene.
No. Was he in one of those Disney shows or something?
He's got to be an actor.
Well, who is he? I don't know.
He's an actor. Who's the actor?
See, well, you already had your answer when you said One Direction.
Yeah,
so you're out for now.
He was a famous YouTuber who.
No.
You can't.
Yes, I can, because he was so big at the time, and he was really big for doing these conspiracy theories. So he did a conspiracy theory on Chuck E. Cheese and went very viral about how they have the pizza, but they're all reusing the pizza. It's not all like one.
How would they reuse? Hold on.
Because all the pizza slices were cut irregularly, so they were saying that they were mixing and matching.
Leftover slices.
Yeah. And then there was one on the Tana.
Was that true?
On the
Tana. Was that just a conspiracy?
It was a conspiracy, and he used to do just all these conspiracies, and he was huge at the time. And then he got in trouble.
Actually, when you buy pizza, they don't tell you that they can actually, as long as it's edible. Yeah, they don't tell you. It's not legal.
But it was just a really big thing, and then he got canceled.
What did he do?
And he did one on Jeffree Star, like that was one.
Oh, well, why did he get canceled?
But he got canceled for people were saying that he was sexualizing his cat.
Oh, what is going on? What were you kids watching? See, I'm glad I don't know these people. People didn't do that back in our generation.
I'm pretty happy I didn't know that one now.
You know what? I mean, we're going to close on that one, I guess. But goodness gracious. I mean, what are we doing? Yeah. Now, I win.
And minors, I think, as well.
Well, that's bad. I mean, it's all bad.
Oh my God.
But he was literally like the king of YouTube at one time.
There's no way
he should ever be called king.
Yeah, he was. He sounds like he was the criminal of YouTube.
He was.
Oh my goodness.
And we took a leave of absence afterwards and everything.
So you mean to tell me that dude was on YouTube and that Jenna Marbles girl quit for like something not nearly as bad as that?
Yeah, anyway, and he's back already. But I don't think anyone watches him. But he's back. He's back.
How's he allowed outside?
Could watch him.
What is wrong with y'all? Why do y'all let anybody just rehabilitate people?
Because I just Googled him and there was a video from 5 days ago.
Last thing before we wrap up. If you want to send clothes to Ricky, myself, or Sylvana, just so you know, we all wear the same size.
Yeah.
Somehow. So you don't have to worry.
This is because Ricky gave me this.
No. I would go with that if not all of your clothes were that size. Why don't you own it? You have a certain style, and whenever it comes up, you don't own it. You like big clothes. It's okay. Some people like big butts. They don't lie. You like big clothes, but I lie. You lie. You like big clothes. Literally, if someone sent us a thing and just was hanging on a hanger, we would not know whether or not it was Ricky, mine, or yours.
Yeah.
Just own it. It's your deal.
Okay.
At least till the summertime, and
Yeah, then I'm outside.
It's different.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, thanks everybody watching the latest edition of Educating the Elders. And make sure you tune into the show 2 to 6, Monday through Friday on 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports Philadelphia, and NBC at 97.5thefanatic.com.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching our YouTube. If you want to help us out, go ahead and like and subscribe for us. If you liked what you saw, go right over here to our playlists and pick out whatever you want to watch.